Our ceremony is going to begin with an invocation. Recognizing that we all come from a variety of religious traditions and spiritual understandings, if prayer is not part of that tradition for you, I invite you to make this a moment of pause and quiet in what is otherwise a busy day. If prayer is part of your tradition, then I invite you to pray with me. Most creative, sustaining Spirit, through the long sweep of time and within the vast distances of space, we in this present moment and in this place acknowledge you and praise you. We are privileged to come together today on a happy occasion in which we celebrate the particularly wonderful human beings we call our children, our students, our friends. As their parents, we thank you for our treasured children, loved from the first moment we knew of their existence. Though once helpless and dependent on us, they have become the young adults we celebrate and admire today through a transformation that has never ceased to amaze us. As faculty, staff, and administrators at this university, we are grateful to you for the opportunity to participate in the development of these students, to honor them for their hard work and achievement, and to thank them for the inspiration they provide to keep us going in our chosen professions. And as their friends, we thank you for the gifts of loyalty and kindness they have shared with us, and for the models of service and dedication they have been as we ourselves have struggled to grow to adulthood alongside them. O God, you sustain all of us at every moment, as we work and weep and worry, and as we rejoice and celebrate. You have inspired us with your creativity, displayed throughout this ever-evolving universe, and echoed in the varied academic achievements of the students we honor in this convocation. As we celebrate them today, we ask that you bless and guide their future lives. We pray that they and we may use our many gifts of intellect, heart, and soul to address the problems that the human community faces in bringing justice more fully into the world and in tending wisely to the lovely garden that is our earth and our home. Amen.
Please be seated. It's wonderful to see all of you here today on this very, very special occasion. I want to welcome the platform party, all of the families and relatives and friends, and most especially all of you, our graduates of 2021. Here you are, finally. Your final 3 semesters at Southwestern were anything but ordinary. You leave here having experienced a global pandemic, a historic ice storm, constantly changing athletic schedules, virtual classes, physical distancing, political upheaval, a national reckoning on race and gender inequities, and 3 Southwestern presidents. The fact that you've withstood those challenges and are here today, prepared to walk across this stage, is a testament to your personal fortitude and the support of your community of loved ones. Class of 2021, I forgot, and airplanes. In your time here, you were a member of Mask and Wig. You were part of the Financial Analyst Program, Coalition for Diversity and Social Justice, Honor Code Council, CAP Partners, Garden Club, Pirates for Pride, and Dr. Burke's Molecular Ecology Lab. You participated in our London program, organized the first annual Queso for a Cause event for breast cancer education and awareness, and served as a science and math achiever team mentor. You won a King Creativity Grant and a Walt Potter Prize. You were awarded a Newman Fellowship for your civic commitment. You are multilingual, multidimensional, multiracial, and multinational. As student athletes, you are members of the SCAC championship teams in women's tennis, men's swimming and diving, women's soccer, and men's basketball. You received All-American Scholar and academic honors in baseball, men's and women's tennis, and women's swimming, 6 ASC All-Conference Selection Awards in football and 3 in women's basketball. And you are the SCAC's Women's Swimmer of the Year and the SCAC's Offensive Player of the Year in men's lacrosse. You have won scholarships and fellowships and have been inducted into the Alpha Chi and the Phi Beta Kappa Honor Societies. Upon departing Southwestern, you will pursue graduate degrees, a master's degree in political science and international affairs at the Joseph Corbel School on International Affairs at the University of Denver, a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling at Xavier University, a master's degree in biomedical visualization at the University of Illinois at Chicago, a doctorate in inorganic polymer nanotechnology chemistry at Texas A&M, and a master's in genetic counseling at Baylor College of Medicine. You will work as a software engineer at Capital One, a legislative aide for the Texas House of Representatives, and an annual giving coordinator for Sam Houston State University. All these accomplishments and plans are just precursors for all the astounding things you will do. There is an unpredictable, wonderful alchemy that occurs at Southwestern when you mix all of your talents and interests with superb faculty, time, and opportunity. Since becoming Southwestern's 16th president in July, while our interactions have been behind masks, at a distance, or in Ring Central meetings, I feel privileged to bear witness to your triumphs. You have navigated some extremely rough waters that no Southwestern class ever before you has had to do. But like any clever pirate, you hoisted your sails, kept your eye on the horizon, and just kept going. I look forward to the many years ahead as we become acquainted. And I will call upon you as we work together to create a world without barriers, with opportunity, inclusion, equity, and belonging. As is our tradition, 7 members of the faculty and staff have had their work recognized this past year with university awards, and we honor them now. I ask that all award recipients stand as your name is called. Please hold your applause until all of the honorees are standing. The winners of the Jess E. Purdy Excellence in Scholarly and Creative Works Awards are Dr. Bob Bednar, Department of Communication Studies, and Dr. Joe Howard, Department of History. The recipient of the university's Academic Advising Award is Dr. Laura Seneo Blair, Department of Modern Languages and Literature. The winners of the university's Teaching Awards are Dr. Gabby Flores, Department of Economics and Business, Dr. Alicia Moore, Department of Education, and Mr. Willis Wiegand, Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. The recipient of the 2021 General Board of Higher Education and Ministry Exemplar Teacher of the Year Award is Dr. Allison Marr, Department of Math and Computer Science. Also, 6 individuals received the Joe S. Mundy Award for Outstanding University Service. They are Mrs. Megan Frisk, Associate Vice President for Alumni and Parent Relations, Mr. George Godward, Programmer and Analyst, Ms. Terry Johnson, Assistant Dean for Student Multicultural Affairs, Dr. Scott McLean, Professor of Kinesiology, Ms. Kristen Paxton, Marketing Operations Manager, and Dr. Julie Sievers, Director of Teaching, Learning, and Scholarship. Finally, one faculty award is traditionally announced and given at graduation. The William Carrington Finch Award is presented on alternate years to a full-time faculty member for exceptional accomplishments in furthering the aims of Southwestern University. William Carrington Finch was a member of the faculty at Southwestern from 1941 to 1950 and served as its 11th president. This award is made possible by a gift to the university in his honor by his family. The award recipient receives a prize of $5,000 and a framed citation from the university, and an identical citation will be hung in our university library. This award recognizes and encourages faculty who best demonstrate the goals and aims of the university, as well as to encourage that combination of ability and achievement, excellence in teaching, leadership on university committees, and contributions outside of class to better community relationships in the collective lives of students, faculty, and staff. Final selection of the recipient is happily made by me from nominations by the selection committee composed of the 2 most recent recipients of the award, 2 students and the dean of the faculty. This year's recipient came to Southwestern in 2005 and will be starting her 17th year in the fall. Since 2005, she has 11 peer-reviewed publications and published The Changing Face of Motherhood in Spain, The Social Construction of Maternity in the Works of Lucha Echevarria, received her PhD in Spanish from the University of Texas at Austin. From 2007 to 2015, she has either served as chair or co-chair of the Spanish program. She has been a professor of Spanish since 2016, and in 2019, she was appointed to the Wilhelmina Cullen Robertson Endowed Professorship. I am delighted to announce this year's recipient of the William Carrington Finch Award, Dr. Katie Ross. Please join me in thanking all of our recipients. The Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society, founded at the birth of this nation in 1776, is the most prestigious academic honor society in America. And yesterday, 32 members of this graduating class were inducted as the newest members. As has become part of our tradition, one of those students is invited to share reflections today. With his remarks entitled, "Walk Towards Your Discomfort," please welcome your speaker, Ethan Iverson.
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me okay? Fantastic. All right. Walk towards your discomfort. These were the words of Ray Martinez II moments before we were matriculated into the Southwestern community. Moments before the class of 2021 embarked on our journey. An assembly of eager to prove ourselves students, we began a journey filled with late nights in the library and hours upon hours conversing with faculty. These words, "walk towards your discomfort," resonated with me throughout my time here at Southwestern. Arriving at SU, I was determined to save lives and become a doctor. I would major in biochemistry, ace my MCATs, and get into the top medical school. This would be easy, I thought, just like high school. Oh boy, was I wrong. And spoiler alert, not one of those things happened. At SU, I also believe that I set a record for the amount of time spent in professors' office hours. I wanted to build connections between the courses and better understand how the world functioned. I attempted to make these connections and was often answered with, "Not quite, but think of it maybe this way." I began to become comfortable with the discomfort of failure, for I knew with each failure I learned more. One second, the wind almost took my speech. At SU, I had the honor of conducting faculty-led research with Professor Willis Wiegand, who is retiring this year. I was confronted with challenge after challenge and failure after failure, and a couple planes. All right, I think it's good. I would come to him with undesired results and be confused, nervous, and extremely defeated. But each time I did, his cheerful reply was, "Well, that's why they call it research." Here, once again, I learned that we fail to learn how not to fail. At Southwestern University, we learn not for the exam, but for life's challenges. We learn resilience, dedication, compassion for one another, skills to think critically and creatively, and an ability to walk towards discomfort. Friends, we live in trying times, but we have grown so much by walking towards our discomfort, where we access not only inner growth, but growth that will heal and mend the world. We have dedicated the past 4 years to get to this point. Let us rejoice in our journey, and let us rejoice in our memories. Thank you very much.
Our commencement speaker today is Ms. Paula Boggs. This is a homecoming for Paula, as she and her wife Randy lived in Georgetown for many years. Paula's career is distinguished and multidimensional. As a woman of color, she has created new pathways as an attorney, Army airborne veteran, corporate executive, philanthropist, and musician. The breadth of her life and pursuit of passion projects set a great example to all of us regarding the value of creativity, collaboration, and originality. She is the embodiment of our Paideia approach to life. A native of Washington, D.C., Paula earned her undergraduate degree in international studies from Johns Hopkins University and her law degree from the University of California at Berkeley. During this time, she also served in the U.S. Army as a regular officer, earning her Army airborne wings as a paratrooper. Just let this sink in for a second. She was also one of the first women to receive a congressional appointment to the U.S. Naval Academy. After law school, she served as an attorney at the Pentagon and in the White House Office of Legal Counsel. She was appointed an assistant U.S. attorney in the state of Washington, after which she was named a partner at Preston Gates & Ellis in Seattle. Later, she moved to Georgetown, where she worked at the Dell Corporation as vice president, specializing in products, operations, and technology law. Then coffee called her, and she was recruited by Starbucks and returned to Seattle, where she led their global law development for 10 years and served as board secretary to the Starbucks Foundation. In 2013, Paula was appointed by President Obama as a member of the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities, and for 18 years, she was a member of the Board of Trustees at Johns Hopkins University. After retiring from Starbucks, Paula formed the Paula Boggs Band, a group that fuses blues, bluegrass, jazz, rock, and Americana music. The band is completing its third album and preparing for its next tour. With her commencement address entitled Learnings from and a Path Forward, 20 years since 9/11, please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Ms. Paula Boggs.
Thank you, President Tremblay. President Tremblay, trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, family, other members of the Southwestern University community, and of course, you, the honored class of 2021. Give yourself a hand. Now, just like this morning, when I addressed the class of 2020, I feel so honored and humbled to be in front of you this afternoon. Now, for those of you who were there this morning, you may think you're hearing the same speech. But let me assure you, Scouts Honor, this speech is just for you. And it's hot out here, so I promise to finish in under 15 minutes. Now, like I was saying this morning, tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I want to give a shout out to my mom, Jan Barber, who's in the stadium this afternoon, and for those of you out there who are near your mother, give her a hug, because straight up, you literally would not be here without her. All moms. Now, unlike the class of 2020, who really had no clue who President Tremblay was, you've come to know her, at least virtually, as an awesome leader. You may not know, though, that she is a formidable Mark Twain scholar. And so, in the spirit of when in Rome, do as the Romans, I Googled Mark Twain to find something I could use to capture this special and, frankly, once-in-a-lifetime moment. So here it is. According to Mark Twain, life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly. Kiss slowly. Love truly. Laugh uncontrollably. And never regret anything that makes you smile. So there it is. Yeah, never regret anything that makes you smile. Now, delivering a commencement speech is weighty, and I don't take it lightly, even though cartoonist Gary Trudeau quips, commencement speeches were invented largely in the belief that outgoing college students should never be released into the world until they have been properly sedated. Well, you be the judge on my remarks, but let me start by saying I didn't need to learn how special Southwestern University or Georgetown, Texas are, because, as President Tremblay mentioned, I lived it. For 5 glorious years, I lived a stone's throw from your campus and worked in nearby Round Rock. Sometimes I'd run through your grounds, admire your stately buildings, and even catch an occasional Southwestern Pirates sporting event. Check out the gold. Well, this afternoon, I want to talk about something likely no member of your class remembers living through: the events and immediate aftermath of September 11th, 2001. We're approaching the 20th anniversary, and now, 20 years later, what does and should 9/11 mean for all of us, but most particularly for you, class of 2021, ending one chapter, beginning another, launching into a world much different than 2017 when you came to Southwestern University as freshmen. Let's face it, you are the first post 9/11 generation. Before September 11th, 2001, the Pentagon, where I had my first job after law school, was perhaps the most dramatic symbol of America's might and global geopolitical leadership. Built right after World War II and located in Arlington, Virginia, across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C., the Pentagon is America's largest office building. It spans 6.5 million square feet, and over half of that is office space. As a first lieutenant with a job that allowed me to come to work every day disguised as a civilian, I was one of 23,000 military and civilian employees, more than the population of many American cities, who worked there. My first Pentagon office was 2E727. That meant I was on the second floor, the 7th corridor, and on the E-ring, one of the offices facing the world. I worked in the Army General Counsel's office with a seasoned civilian named Ernie Wiltshire. Ernie was smart as a whip and equally kind, always making time for me, a green officer, and to be honest, back then I knew so very little. Eventually, I left 2E727, the Pentagon, and the Army. But long after I did, Ernie still worked in that office where I met him. He retired from his Pentagon job in April 2001 after 25 years of service. The next month, he took a consulting job, and on September 11th, 2001, Ernie Wiltshire just happened to be in the Pentagon for a meeting 2 corridors down from where he'd spent 25 years without even a paper cut. And just like that, Ernie became one of the 125 who perished at the Pentagon that day. Of course, the Pentagon was not alone. New York City's Twin Towers, then the tallest buildings in our largest city, fell that Tuesday morning. Over 2,600 perished as 2 planes crashed into the Twin Towers minutes apart. A 4th plane crashed in a Pennsylvania field as brave passengers gave their lives to thwart what certainly would have been many more casualties. My spouse and I watched it all unfold in real time while watching the Today Show here in Georgetown. our morning ritual before I headed off to Dell for work. Like most Americans and people around the world, we were speechless, most of us having never lived through Pearl Harbor, the closest thing to this we'd read about in history books. America was under attack. For a brief period, the public didn't even know where President Bush was. And on September 20th, the president declared a war on terror. We've been fighting ever since. But between September 11th and September 20th, something miraculous happened. No matter where you went in the United States, flags flew, even on cars. Strangers hugged strangers. There was no blue state, no red state. We weren't even divided by race. We were the United States of America. Beyond our shores, our allies, from Germany to New Zealand, were united in supporting us, and the attacks were widely condemned, even by governments traditionally hostile to us, like Cuba, Iran, Libya, and North Korea. Well, it didn't last. It didn't last. 9/11 and its immediate aftermath are the last time America came together, one nation, under God, indivisible. You have never seen that. For you, it's a fairy tale. Sort of like me not really able to grasp what it was like when young John Kennedy was president, or how America and the world felt when he was murdered. The past 20 years have brought us more war, more political rancor, less privacy, less person-to-person engagement. But that need not be our narrative for the next 20 years and beyond, with your help. Do you hear me? With your help. It doesn't have to be that way going forward. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You are the first post-9/11 generation. You are the Gen Z generation, and you are 68 million strong. You are more racially and ethnically diverse than any generation that came before you. You were born into a world of peak technological innovation, where information is immediately accessible and social media increasingly ubiquitous. And every generation has a defining cause. Boomers were anti-establishment. Millennials focused on the environment. And Gen Z, you want human equality. You want it. The issues that you are most likely to support include racial, gender, and sexual orientation equality. Because of you, I don't think the script for the next 20 years is written or even ordained. Despite living through 18 months of hell, you're swinging, you're here, you're voting, you're engaged, you're marching, you matter. Give yourselves a hand. You know, 9/11 taught me we are capable of great empathy. We are capable of great humanity towards each other. It's inside us, no matter how deeply buried it may seem right now. It's actually in our DNA. We should not need another heinous act of such magnitude to remind us we have more in common with each other than not. Right? With your diversity, technological savvy, and humanity, I believe the class of 2021, those of you here at Southwestern and across the world, will figure it out. And God willing, I will have a front row seat cheering you on. Congratulations.
Mr. Joyner and Dr. Gounder, would you please join me at the podium for conferring the degrees to the members of the class of 2021.
Will all candidates for degrees please rise? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates receiving diplomas today have completed all of the requirements for their baccalaureate degrees. They are entitled to their degrees so earned with all the rights and privileges pertaining to them.
Madam President, the faculty is recommended to the Board of Trustees that Southwestern University confer the baccalaureate degree to these candidates. I'm pleased to certify that the Board of Trustees has voted to confer these degrees as recommended.
By the authority granted to Southwestern University in its charter, first by the Republic of Texas in 1840, and subsequently by the state of Texas, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree which you have earned with all the rights, honors, and privileges. Congratulations. You may be seated. We invite families and friends to stand as their graduate's name is announced. In addition to the diplomas that our graduates will receive, as they step off the stage, they will also receive a gift of welcome and congratulations from the Southwestern University Alumni Association. Candidates for baccalaureate degrees, please come forward as directed by the graduate marshals.
Abigail Olivia Adams, in absentia. Jameson Michael Aaron Amaya. Diploma presented by grandparent Jim Bankston, trustee, Sarah Grace Anderson. Ryan Austin Barankowski, in absentia. Elizabeth Rose Berry, magna cum laude, departmental honors in history. Alexandria Lena Bell, magna cum laude. Zachary Stephen Bencall, summa cum laude. Megan Betancourt, magna cum laude. Mason Bakari Biggers. Haley Deanne Black, magna cum laude. Kelly Ann Blood. Grace Francis Bonilla, magna cum laude. Diploma presented by parent Melissa Johnson, faculty, Adrian David Bonner. Madison Lynn Boyd. Brianna Deshay Brandt. Ethan Patrick Bray. Ben Allen Brockman. Olivia Ann Brooks, Paideia with distinction. Emily Nicole Brown, magna cum laude. Leah Cadwallader Daniel, magna cum laude. Julianne K. Carroll. Elise Cavazos. Isaac Edward Shivers. Aaron William Clark, cum laude, in absentia. Ryan Christopher Collins, magna cum laude, paideia with distinction. Greta C. Colombo. Salvador Contreras, Jr. Hayden Lockwood Craig, in absentia. Jordan Tyler Cummings, paideia with distinction. Rebecca Grace Daniel, magna cum laude. Andrea Ruth Daniels. Brendan Clark Doth. Hannah Ray Davis. Bryce J. Alexander Debs. Madison Earl Delmer, magna cum laude, paideia with distinction. Diploma presented by parent Jorge Cuervo, Board of Visitors. Victoria Diaz Cuervo Pueblita, paideia with distinction. Chloe Alyssa Drum. Emily Joyce Sewald Dunn. Ashton Blaine Eggers, cum laude. Sophia L. Espinosa. Santiago Avard Fernandez. Erin Elizabeth Flessner, cum laude. Angelica Rose Flores, magna cum laude. Jacob Harper Fly, Mark Christian Fountain, Brady Allen French. Brooke Ann Frohock, summa cum laude. Cassidy Joe Gallman, paideia with distinction. Nathan Daniel Garcia, magna cum laude. Ruben Matthew Garcia, Jr., Trenton James Garrett. Fredolyn Germain. Emily Richmond Gilby, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Political Science. Julia Ann Glant. Michael Christian Glode. Dominic Joseph Gomez, magna cum laude. Lauren English Gonzalez. Abigail Curio Grant, cum laude. Blake Marion Greider, Paideia with distinction. Miles Layden Griffin, cum laude. Jesus Guerrero. Mariana Gutierrez Suarez. Aranzis Lee Haley, summa cum laude. Jacob Ian Hamilton. Elliot Reed Hammond. Bailey Cole Hampton. Karen Lisette Hawk. Sarah Elizabeth Hawkins, cum laude. Grace Elise Heller, cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Henderson, cum laude. Ethan Ross Mucklas Hendricks. Jasmine Abigail Herrera, cum laude. James Holcomb Hill. Leah Carol Horick, summa cum laude. Jaden Desiree Hughes, Paideia with distinction. Haley Ann Hull. Michael Elliott Jacoby, cum laude. Amanda Marie Johnson. Sarah Michaela Johnson, summa cum laude. Alexander Peter Cale Joseph. Nicholas Antonio Juarez. John Handsome Kellum Jr., Nicole Elizabeth Kelly, cum laude. Cabin Ryan Kent, Paideia with distinction. Isham Aven Orion Kimball VI. Jillian Ann Klumbach, cum laude. Tanmai Karapala. Robert Andrew Kovac. Savannah Grace Rhiannon Laporte, cum laude. Alicia Aaliyah Lewis, Paideia with distinction. Emma Luisa Lopez, cum laude. Robert William Lord. Mitchell Thomas Markey. Jack Martinez. Regan Jeanette Mashburn, Paideia with distinction. Davin Marshall Masur, Paideia with distinction. Grace Ann McWeeny, summa cum laude. Connor Anthony Medina. Claire Elizabeth Denton Misfelt, cum laude. Daniel Reuben Montgomery, Jr. Charisma Nicole Montoya. Alexander James Moya. Jacob Ryan Nadeau. Kevin Austin Neal. Cameron Theodore Nelson, Paideia with distinction. Brennan Robert Niven. Adelaya Olumalamini Ogunwusi. Mariana Esther Ormeno, cum laude. Natalie Grant Owen. Andrew Luis Pardini. Audrey Ann Payton, cum laude. Taylor Daniel Pearden. William Christopher Pendergraft. Theo Sasha Perisic, Paideia with distinction. Emily Perron, cum laude, Paideia with distinction. Breely K. Peterson, summa cum laude. Caleb Taylor Pfeiffer. Ayala Porat, cum laude. Mary Sophia Tmotempa, Paideia with distinction. Sarah Ann Powell. Noelle Lynn Pratz. Abby Elizabeth Prilliman, summa cum laude. Corin Virginia Pukas. Lawson Rivers Piles. Camila Ramirez Arbaliz, Paideia with distinction. John Samuel Ramon, magna cum laude, Paideia with distinction. Savannah Faye Reeves, Paideia with distinction. Nina Nicole Regalado. Hannah Eileen Rourke, cum laude. Sydney Laurel Rogers, Paideia with distinction. Devin Jesse Rosas, Paideia with distinction. Nora Lee Roy, summa cum laude. Kate Elaine Russell, cum laude, Paideia with distinction. Valeria Salgado. Daniel James Scott. Molly Amelia Sells, cum laude. Sushant Sethi. Brooke Elena Shattuck, magna cum laude. Seth Robert Sparks. Mackenzie Caroline Spence. Diana Rochelle Starr, cum laude. Catherine Staskowitz, magna cum laude. Bryn Marie Stokes. Haley Lynn Stuckey, Paideia with distinction. Alyssa Marie Sucres, summa cum laude. Jeshua Christian Suescun. Holland Elizabeth Sumrall. Emmett Francis Tawson, summa cum laude. Anna K. Tiekle, summa cum laude. Hannah Marie Thompson, magna cum laude. Emma Louise Thurmond, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Philosophy. Elijah Ray Timms, magna cum laude. Diana E. Trumas, magna cum laude. Lauren Marie Turner, magna cum laude. Abigail Clarice Vasut, Paideia with distinction. Andrew Hendrick Vergote, cum laude. Claire Elise Vessels. Caitlin Emily Vinson. Caitlin Mae Warmbroad. Zane Thomas Warren, magna cum laude. Madeline Channing Waterhouse. Megan Cave Watson. Jade Knock Lee Whitney. Ryan K. Wilburn, magna cum laude. Daniel Charles Winkler, magna cum laude. Chance Paul Winters, cum laude, paideia with distinction. Julia Marie Wofford, magna cum laude. Megan Alyssa Bruner. Rebecca Isabel Candelario. Mary Catherine Eisenhower, summa cum laude, paideia with distinction. Aaron Joseph Mink, magna cum laude. Jean Marie Navarro, cum laude. Shannon Elizabeth Odell. Matthew William Overman, cum laude, paideia with distinction. Emma Faith Partain, magna cum laude. Yusuf Muhammad Saeed Sham, summa cum laude. Miranda Nicole Slayton, magna cum laude. Sister Maria Reginald Robin Francis Anstus, summa cum laude. Allison Danielle Bienvenue. Allison Michelle Bradford. Elizabeth Lee Brockway, summa cum laude. Reagan Leah Hartzell. Ava Marie Link, summa cum laude. Mariana Katseri, magna cum laude. Katie Elizabeth Rydell, summa cum laude. Alexis Nicole Schaefer. Danagila Sinisage, magna cum laude. Zachary Michael Asbury. Spencer Au. Nikolai Allen Benko, magna cum laude, paideia with distinction. Robert Alexander Camp. Alan James Carr. Gabrielle Santana Carroll. Haven Brooke Cathy. Audrey Harper Colgrove, paideia with distinction. Jonathan Garrett Aguilla. Diploma presented by parent Mary Fields, staff. Timothy Fox Fields. Caitlin Rose Francis. Maya Stacy Fuller, summa cum laude. Caden Thomas Garza. Major Reed George. David Guy Greathouse III. Isaac Uvaldo Griffin. Jacob Ryan Gutierrez. Thomas Clayton Haddock. Sarah Elizabeth Rose Hires. Keely Renee House, cum laude. Jackson Riley Kruger. Bennett Alexander Leff, cum laude. Sarah Catherine McGinn. Grant Austin Mitchell. Alexander Alexandrovich Nazarek Jr., paideia with distinction. Victoria Lauren Negus. Dylan Samuel Newman. Taven Enna Oti. John Tyler Polasek. Diploma presented by parent Desi Roybal, faculty Joseph William Roybal, paideia with distinction. Randolph Caesar Sinaning Jr., cum laude. Richard Colton Smith, cum laude. Kirby Dara Steckel, cum laude, Paideia with distinction. Lafayette and Fernie Stevens, Jr. Aaron Keith Waklowitz. Daniel Whitney. Jacob John Weebelhaus, cum laude. Alec Eduardo Argueta, Paideia with distinction. Elijah Andrew Ballesteros. Esther Maria Bowers. Rachel Christine Brasher. Colton Liam Creasy. Madison Earl Delmer, magna cum laude, Paideia with distinction. Mary Frances Dodson. Nina Elez, cum laude. Brian Enrique Estrada. Lauren Keeley Evans. Ryan Matthew Everett. Lauren Rose Fonts. Ellen Catherine Feltz, cum laude. Caitlin Jean Galassini, Paideia with distinction. Alyssa Marie Gilbert, magna cum laude. Keith Allen Gill. Mercedes Virginia Gonzalez, Paideia with distinction. Kyla Marie Gorman. Leslie Shea Lynn Henry. Rosario Alberto Hernandez Jr. Ethan Taylor Iverson, summa cum laude. Ashley Renee Jennings, paideia with distinction. Nicole Elizabeth Kelly, cum laude. Sophia Shannon Kennedy, magna cum laude. Tanmai Karapala. Selena Gabriela Martinez. Megan Nicole Mello, magna cum laude, paideia with distinction. Lacey Bell Mims, summa cum laude, paideia with distinction. Victoria Nicole Montemayor. Juliana Marie Mowat, cum laude, departmental honors in chemistry. Lauren Elizabeth Mushkara, paideia with distinction. Abigail Mumbua Musioka. Luis German Ramirez. Mariah Christina Richard. Connor Thomas Sharp. Joseph Price Smithson, summa cum laude. Travis Paul Taylor. Nathan James Tong. Erin Elizabeth Toro, cum laude. Christian Anthony Torres. Garrison Grant Van Houten. Andrew Hendrik Vergoot, cum laude. Zaria Nicole White. Chance Paul Winters, cum laude, paideia with distinction. Thomas Jacob Shanique. Miriam G. Arzumanian. Brendan D. Bowyer. Anthony Jude Bushak, magna cum laude. Brian Elias Druart, magna cum laude. Ariana Evangeline Dryden. Summer Christine Elliott. Christian Bremer Urban, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Friday. Sarah Elizabeth Funderburk. Ryan David Johnson. Travis Walker Knight. Cassidy Beth Mayfield, summa cum laude. Ashley Maylin Mazzullo. Benjamin Munoz III. Lauren Elizabeth Mushkara, paideia with distinction. Anna Patricia Oliveira, summa cum laude. Liliana Elisa Perez. Maureen Anali Rendon, summa cum laude. Alejandra Reyes Salinas. Claudia Vanessa Saldivar. Andrew William Snyder. Elise Julianne Tisdale, cum laude. Abigail Rose Vernier. Haley Michelle Webster. Marion Rose Whitworth, cum laude. Madison Diane Wesolowski, magna cum laude. Melanie Lim, magna cum laude. Abigail Olivia Adams. Roberto Guzman. Maria Garcia. Kieran Avery Stein.
And now, as your first act as Southwestern graduates, I'd like to offer the opportunity to all of you, the day before Mother's Day, to publicly thank all of your family and friends who supported you and who are here today to celebrate you and your accomplishments. Please stand. Shout-outs are welcome. All right, you may be seated, and I'm pleased to introduce to you Miguel Zurria, the president of the Southwestern University Alumni Association and member of the Board of Trustees. Miguel is a managing director, international client advisor, and family wealth director in Morgan Stanley's private wealth management group located in Austin. He launched his career in finance with Goldman Sachs in 1998, where he spent 9 years as an executive director in various offices in the US and Europe. After living abroad for 14 years, he returned to Texas in 2015. Prior to his career in finance, Miguel was an elementary school teacher in San Antonio's inner city and then served as chief of staff to a Southwestern alumnus who is the Secretary of Administration at Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History. Miguel graduated from Southwestern with a bachelor's in communications. He earned a master's degree in education, magna cum laude, from Trinity University and a master's degree in international management from the Thunderbird School of Global Management. While at Southwestern, he was a member of Phi Kappa Alpha, the Student Foundation, and the tennis team. Prior to his election to the Southwestern Board of Trustees, he served on Southwestern's Development Committee and on the Board of Visitors. With his remarks entitled, "To Inspire, to Serve, to Grow," please join me in welcoming the Southwestern University Alumni Association President.
Well, it's fitting that Southwestern invited a rock star to deliver your commencement address. Because after listening to President Trombley highlighting the amazing achievements of the class of 2021, and also listening to Paula Boggs' remark on the incredibly challenging and difficult environment through which you have persevered and arrived here to today, there's no doubt about it. You guys rock. Now, it is a privilege to be here with you today, with your family, friends, the distinguished faculty, the senior administration, the staff, fellow board of trustees, and with you, President Trombley, our first female president since our founding 181 years ago. It is an honor to welcome you to Southwestern University Alumni Association. You're joining a global group of over 15,000 alumni with whom we all share a connection. Each one of us chose to entrust our education to Southwestern. I congratulate you and your families for your commitment to this monumental achievement, and I look forward to collaborating with you so that the Alumni Association becomes vital in your life and in your university. Thank you for your courage and fortitude that was required to commit yourself to the Southwestern journey and experience. As a student, you gave Southwestern for life. Today, as you have transitioned to alumni, know that we, as alumni, are the ones who can help shape Southwestern's future. To shape her future, I encourage you to reflect on what you can do to inspire, to serve, and to grow Southwestern. Be an inspiration to your alma mater to chart the right course, a just, a diverse, and inclusive course. Because as my friend, Dr. Bob Bednar, a 1989 Southwestern alumnus and associate professor of communication studies, beautifully stated when co-chairing the Tactical Plan Task Force that recently completed its profoundly meaningful work. If we are to thrive as an institution and serve as an inspiration to other liberal arts institutions, it will be because we know who we are. If you stay engaged with faculty, staff, current students, fellow alumni, you can be that inspiration for all of us and challenge us to always remain true to who we are and who we need to be. This is how you serve your alma mater. By sharing your authentic self, by letting your voice be heard no matter how close or how far you are from campus. The Southwestern community, your community, will be better served by your passion, your creativity, your intellect. We must continue to grow as individuals, as alumni, and as a university by growing our community in a diverse, equitable, and inclusive way, and most importantly, by taking care of one another. We will always want to belong to a lifelong Southwestern experience and truly feel like we really do belong. To inspire, to serve, and to grow. That is the Southwestern calling to its alumni. Thank you for already enriching Southwestern as a student. Thank you for all we will accomplish together. And remember, once a pirate, always a pirate.
Soon we will sing the alma mater and we will have the benediction. But before we get to that point, I just have a few final thoughts. Graduates, you're going out into a world that has gone through profound changes over the course of your college career. And what you have done while you have been here has been generous and deeply meaningful. At this point, it is the right time to invite Elisa Lewis of the Senior Gift Council to come forward.
Hello, my name is Alicia Lewis. I, along with other seniors, have represented the class of 2021 on the Student Philanthropy Council. The council's mission is to educate students and the campus community on the importance of giving back to Southwestern, not only during our short time on campus, but also throughout our lives as alumni. As a class, our time at Southwestern has been shaped by our experiences on campus. With our senior gifts, we were able to support the various departments, organizations, and campus initiatives that we hold dear. This year, the class of 2021 has given back in record numbers to show their support for the place that has given us all so much. 66% of class of 2021 made a gift to the university this year, and 47% joined the Tower Society by making a gift of $20.21. Together, we are making a significant impact on Southwestern. Since the fall of 2015, classes on campus have joined in on a quest to establish class-endowed scholarships. The goal for each class is to build their scholarship to a minimum of $25,000 by their fifth-year reunion to support future SU students. Today, we are proud to announce that with the help of family and friends, the Class of 2021 Scholarship Fund surpassed its goal and has reached $27,557.26 for the scholarship. Because of this, in the fall of 2022, a new Southwestern student will receive a scholarship in our class's name. But this is just the beginning. In order to ensure that future students can enjoy the Southwestern experience that we were fortunate enough to have, we must continue to give back to Southwestern, not only with gifts to the university, but also with our time as volunteers. We encourage you to make a habit of supporting the programs you believe in. At a place like Southwestern, every student, graduate, and friend is important, and so is every gift. President Trombley, on behalf of the students and families of the class of 2021 who supported the senior gift, we are pleased to have contributed a total of $63,513.82 to Southwestern University this year. Please accept this check as an expression of gratitude to the faculty, staff, and students who made our experience not only possible, but meaningful. Thank you.
We, the members of the Southwestern University community who will remain here, and you, our graduates, who will steadfastly carry our values into the wider world. Together, we will shoulder the responsibility of making this world a better, more educated, inclusive, and kinder place. Be good to yourselves and others. Lead joyous, compassionate, and intellectual lives. Return to us as alumni, and always, always hold us in your heart, your alma mater, Southwestern University. Parents, friends, faculty, trustees, and staff, I present to you the class of 2021. I now invite Professor Bruce Kane to the podium to lead us in the singing of the Alma Mater. Please stand as you are able and remain standing for the benediction.
Hail, Alma Mater, glory to thy name. Lord, your voices blend to sing thy everlasting fame. Hail to Southwestern, ever thine are we. Hearts of truth, ever sing thy truth, and be faithful
As your classes and grading are now complete, may you strive toward excellence in all you do. As the speeches conclude, may your voices rise up to pronounce justice and peace in the world. As the fanfares cease, may you sing of joy, even in dark and lonely places. As the applause quiets, may you celebrate and lift up those around you. As you graduate, may your achievements grow and cause growth in your communities. And may we all know of the overwhelming blessings of the one who created all things. Amen.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Audience members, please remain in your seats until the graduates and faculty have recessed. Graduates, please recess to the parking lot to meet your families. We also ask that everyone disposes of all trash when exiting the stadium. Thank you.
Graduates, please remain at your seats and recess following the platform party.